If you are interested in single-story, maintenance-free living in Gallatin, Tennessee, then this Elise floor plan at the Paddock is for you. Stick around to see this open concept living, dining, and kitchen area, as well as something I caught on my way out of the home, and we'll talk a little bit about how concerned you should be if you were to find something like this in a new construction home. Now, the Elise floor plan is part of Southeastern's Courtyard series here at the Paddock. It is one of 5 different floor plans that they have available, and it is the smallest of the 5. It's the only one that is a single story, and it's just a little over 1,700 square feet, 2 bed, 2 bath, as you can see right here. And this particular home is on the market currently for $469,900. Now, as a result of this home being the size that it is, as well as having the garage located in the back of the home, there is an alleyway back there. We'll take a look at that a little bit later on in the video. One result of that is that you do have both of those bedrooms located in the front of the home. Okay, so when we were outside, you're looking on the right side of the home. You do have your primary bedroom located right here. It does stick out a little bit from sort of like the rest of the home. You do have a tray ceiling in here, and one thing that you're going to lose a little bit of with this bedroom located where it's at is privacy. Okay, so you are right on the street right here. You do have the sidewalk right there. Now, one thing that will cut back a little bit with that issue is the fact that a lot of the traffic will be going through in the back and the alleyways, where people are going to be parking their cars in their garages and whatnot. But at the same time, you're going to have people walking their dogs and doing their morning runs and whatnot. If that's not a big deal to you, then never mind. Hopefully, this bathroom makes up for it a little bit, because compared to the Briley floor plan, which I actually also toured on this channel, I very much prefer this one. And the primary reason is because it does feature a separate water closet. When you have 2 people who are getting up in the morning, and whether you're going to work or one of you is, getting the kids together and whatnot, just having different spots where you can do what you need to do in the morning makes life a lot easier. Obviously, the dual vanities helps out with that as well, but the Briley does not feature that. Everything is all in one bathroom together. Here you do have the soaking tub and obviously this walk-in shower that we're looking at right now with that nice tile, but you also have the separate water closet located right behind it, which we will see right here, in addition to those dual vanities over there as well. So it just makes life a lot easier when people can do whatever they need to do in the morning with a little bit of separation from one another. And you also do have your walk-in closet located right over here as well. There's a lot of applications of who I think this home could be for, but just right off the bat, off the top of my head, I really think this would be really great for somebody who's downsizing, just because of the fact that it is a two bedroom home. It is a little smaller, but also the fact that it's all on one level, and also just everything here at the Paddock is maintenance free when it comes to your lawn care and whatnot. So that really comes in handy for those of you who may be in a situation where you don't really feel like doing that anymore. or if you're somebody, also like, somebody like my dad who, my dad's got bad knees. He had a knee replacement done last year, and fortunately he's doing a lot better, but his other one's not in great shape, and it's difficult for him to get up and down the stairs. It's not something that he really likes, but something like this would be really great for him once I can convince him to finally retire. And we could also have a nice room like this for whenever we wanted to come visit him, if we wanted to spend the night and whatnot, even though we would live so close, we wouldn't really need to do that. But for some people, I think that would be a really great option for them, is to have a home where that front bedroom is yours, and this one here could be something where if you have a son or daughter or what have you coming to visit, this is a great guest room area. Could certainly work as a child's room as well if you are a couple who have offspring and they're living in here with you as well. But just sort of the first thing that comes to my mind is definitely a downsizer and somebody who is sort of looking to do less at this phase in their life when it comes to maintaining the lawn, and when it comes to not needing to go up and down a lot of stairs, whether you're at that age right now or not. It is just a nice thing, makes life a lot easier for those of you who may have issues with that. Now, one thing I should note too about the Paddock is that some of the amenities are not yet here. And while the maintenance-free lifestyle is already a part of that, one thing that's not yet a part of it is the clubhouse and pool and fitness center that will be coming to this neighborhood as well. This is going to sort of, I think, kind of rival a spot like Durham Farms and Hendersonville or even Millstone as time goes on, because there's not a lot of resort-style amenity new developments in Gallatin, but there's going to start to be. And I think that the Paddock is going to be one of those that is really going to compete with some of those spots that we're seeing fill up over in Hendersonville. There is so much new construction in Gallatin. I mean, it's just a massive amount of new construction in this area. So just something to kind of keep in mind. They will be building that stuff starting this year. Not totally clear when it's going to be finished, whether it's the end of the year in 2025 or the start of 2026. Anyhow, you can see here you do have a long closet here with extra storage space up there. So if you are somebody who's downsizing, you will have to get up there. That is one of the sort of, things that isn't always great about single-story homes, is in order to get to that storage space, you do have to go up a ladder, which is even harder than getting up a set of stairs. But, it kind of is what it is. Now, here we are in the open concept dining, living, and kitchen area. And man, one thing that I find about single-story homes is they oftentimes are really good at being entertaining spots. And you do have a really nice amount of counter space over here as well in this kitchen. As you can see, nice sized kitchen island over here as well. Do have spots for eat-in right there. Now, part of the reason for that is because with a single-story home, you don't have to have room for a staircase to go upstairs. And most of the time, that staircase tends to be in this sort of open concept area to go to the upper floors. But you only got one here, so you don't need a staircase. So therefore, you're going to have a bigger open concept kitchen, living, and dining room area. And that really makes things really great if you are going to entertain. You can host a lot of people in that room right there. And as you will see in a moment, you do have a small courtyard area located on the outside as well. Now, that courtyard area is a little bit smaller than some of the other ones here because this is a smaller home. There's a little bit less space, but we'll check that out in just a moment. Here, as you can see, once again, they do have really nice lighting fixtures that they've chosen for this inventory home. Nice kitchen island, and you do have Samsung appliances located throughout this kitchen. Now, one thing that this kitchen does not have that some of the other floor plans do have, obviously it does have a nice backsplash back there, as you can see, but one thing that it doesn't have is a butler's pantry area. It does have a walk-in pantry, which we'll see in a moment. I don't think it's really that big of a deal, though, because with this kitchen, you do have a really nice amount of counter space as it is, along with the kitchen island. So I don't really know that it's necessary with, for the size of this home anyways, to have like a full-fledged butler's pantry. And some of the butler's pantries that they have in the other floor plans here are rather small. It's not like they're like these, real extravagant butler's pantries or anything like that. It's usually just kind of a, an extra cabinet space on the wall and countertop. So, you're not really losing all that much. And you do still have a nice walk-in pantry here as well, as you can see. Now, this home, as we said, is currently on the market for $469,900. However, if you did want to have one built from scratch, that is possible here at the Paddock, though Southeastern and really any builder, when they have a bunch of homes on the market that haven't sold yet, they're sometimes hesitant to sort of go through that process. But it is something you can do. If you want more information about that, just shoot me a text or an email down below. I'll also post it at the end of the video on the screen as well. Now, here in the living room area, as you can see, you do have a gas fireplace, which is nice and handy. Also great for cozy nights during the winter time. And in a moment here, we are going to head outside into the courtyard area, which is what gives this series of homes its name. And this is actually the smallest courtyard of them all. Okay, so some of the other floor plans do have larger, in fact, all of the other courtyard floor plans do have larger courtyards than this. In fact, with the Briley, they have sort of a really interesting one where you have to walk through the courtyard in order to get to the garage, okay? Which is not such the case here, but you do have access to the garage just directly from the home here, which we're going to go walk through right now. Once again, just get a nice look at the cool lighting fixtures that they chose for this plan. I really like the choices that they made in here. Now, this right over here, we're going to take a look also outside so you can get a sense of what it's like in the back as well in a moment here. When we go into the garage, you do have your smart home features as well as your fuse box, and the water heater is located in your 2-car garage as well. But let's go ahead and take a look real quick at the outside here, and you can see that you do have a little driveway right here, and this does back up into an alleyway, which is separate from, like the front of the house and whatnot. So a lot of the traffic that we talked about earlier in the video that, maybe would normally be going through the front of the homes is actually going to go through the back. So you will see a little bit less of that if you are in that master bedroom right up in the front there, or even in the secondary bedroom up there as well. Now, in a moment here, we are going to take a look at something that I noticed on my way out of the home, but I just want to say, if you are considering the new home construction process, please have representation. And just so you know, builders are really good at compensating buyer agents, and a buyer agent is going to help you look out for little things like this right here. Now, you see this every once in a while where maybe there's a little imperfection in a new construction home, something that needs to be taken care of. Now, this isn't really that big of a deal, but I think some people are just going to say, oh, this is indicative of maybe some bigger problems that could be wrong with the house. Honestly, I think this is probably just an isolated incident, but you do want to keep a close eye on things like that around the home. Also, a little scratch over here on the right side as well. But things like this can be taken care of very easily before your closing day. So don't think that if you see something like this, that's how the house is going to be. You can always get things like that taken care of. Now, on that note, if you are interested in getting some help with the new construction process, my name is Darren A. Wilson. I am a realtor here in the Nashville area. Reach out to me right here for a free consultation or whatever info you need. Please subscribe to the channel. I do home tours like this as well as community tours. And if you want to watch another video right now, you can check out this home tour I did of the Briley floor plan here at the Paddock. See you later.